Hey girls, so I am finally back at school, um, and I thought I would just do a little update. First of all, I want to start off with something that you really don't care about, but I just have to tell you. This mark on my chin, right here, it doesn't look too bad in the camera, fortunately. Um, that's from a cigarette lighter in a car. My roommate was kind of being an idiot, and kind of really. And she was playing with it, and we were waiting to go to dinner, and we were sitting in the car, and I was on my phone texting, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the cigarette lighter comes at my face because she didn't know that it worked. So anyways, she pushed it up against my face, I jumped and screamed, and now I have a second-degree burn on my chin that every day looks nastier and nastier. So, that's the story. Anyways, let's talk about interesting things. Um, so, David, my boyfriend, is still home. He leaves January 18th, so only like a week left, week and a couple days. And I'm at school right now, so that really sucks. It's terrible. It's really bad because it's so frustrating knowing that he's home and I can't be with him, and he's home finally. But I am going home this weekend, thank goodness. It's my birthday on Sunday, so I'm going home for my birthday, but really I could care less that it's my birthday. I just want to go see him. So I'm going home tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, I'm really excited to see him. Things have been great with us. I have all my marine gear now. I have that, sorry, my camera's all backwards. That's a cover in the background. It's an extra that he had hanging up on my tack board over there. I have my dog tags. My ring. It's not an engagement ring, it's a promise ring. People always ask what that is. It's like, a promise to stay together. I don't know. He got it for me last year for my birthday. And when we broke up, he had it, but now I have it again. Yeah. No, we are not engaged. Although that's a topic that I have wanted to talk about because I'm turning 20, and I feel like that's practically old maid status in the military world. I'm not saying, that I want to get married right now. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry. I think it's fine to get married young and everything. I'm just making fun of myself. Because generally in the military people do get married really young, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But we are not engaged yet. So, I want to talk a little bit more about graduation because I didn't really talk about it. I don't really remember what I said. I remember telling about how it was raining, or it wasn't raining, but they canceled the graduation because they said it was going to rain, and so they moved it inside. And that upset everybody, but it didn't matter because we just wanted to see our men. Sorry, a lawnmower is about to go by, and it's going to get really loud. What was I going to say? Oh, so I kind of want to talk about, like, the first week after boot camp. He had a hard time adjusting. So I've heard, it can go one of two ways. They can either come home back to their normal selves. I mean, there are a lot of things that are different about them, but I mean, back to their normal selves generally, back used to living at home kind of thing. Or they can feel really uncomfortable being home and have a really big culture shock, and that's kind of what happened to David. He was so happy to be home and so happy to be out of boot camp, don't get me wrong, but it was a culture shock for him. Not being yelled at 24/7, which is something that you don't like, but it's something that you get used to, and not moving 24/7 was really hard for him, and he was upset. I don't really know the word to use. He was happy to be home, but anxious to get back. He was confused. I guess. And he's totally fine now, back to normal. I'm sure he wants to go back and start training again because he really enjoys it. But he's fine now. It just took him a while to adjust. For example, sitting for long periods of time, he didn't do that. Like we had a party for him after his graduation for all the family that couldn't make it, and he disappeared a couple of times, or just during the nights when we were all watching TV, he'd disappear a couple of times, and I'd go find him, go look for him because no one knew where he was, and he'd be like in the back doing push-ups. Or he would get frustrated, like, why aren't we doing anything? Like, he needed to stand up and pace. Yeah, just holding still for a long time was hard, understandably, because they work so hard. And if anyone has any questions about boot camp, I know a lot about it now. I know a lot more about it, and I really would love to answer questions. I have a bunch of boot camp videos, but that's from the outside. That's when I was waiting for his letters and he was in boot camp, and now that he's back, I know a lot more. And your letters, if you're sending letters, really do mean the world to them. Getting letters is what they live for, and so please ask me questions about boot camp. Let's see. What was I gonna? Oh, random news that's not about the Marines. So, you know Ellen DeGeneres? Everyone knows Ellen. Don't pretend like you don't. Everyone watch Ellen tomorrow because University of Oregon is going to be on there because she did a live broadcast from our campus. It was on her Twitter, and everyone found out and ran down to our little main area on campus, and she did a live broadcast on a TV and talked to us, and we screamed and yelled, and I was there. It was awesome. So we're going to be on the Ellen Show tomorrow. It's really cool. I was excited. Yeah. Oh, I want to show you this picture that's on my desk. This is from Family Day. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, come on, light. Yeah. That was when we saw each other on Family Day. Wow. I am really white. I keep trying to say that I'm not, but I am. He's really tan, too, from being in California for so long, but just his face and his hands. It's kind of funny. That's all I can think of to talk about right now. So I'm going home this weekend, and then I'm going to go home next weekend, too, because he'll be leaving. And I'm sure that when he leaves, I'll start posting more videos. One thing that I figured out, and I'm glad I figured it out now, is that you cannot, when they do come home, you cannot count down the days till they leave. You can count down the days for them to come home, but don't count down the days until they leave, because when they're here, we should just enjoy our time with them. And if you're counting down the days, it just sucks. It just makes every day you're just like, oh my gosh, he's leaving in this many days, and then you just worry about that. And so when they're here, pretend like they're staying. Pretend like they're not going to leave, because you'll have such a better time, less stress, and I'm going to be very emotional and very upset, but I don't feel any of those emotions right now because I don't need to. So I'm just going to wait till he leaves to deal with all of that, and just have a great time while he's here. So that's some of my advice. Anyways, I'll make another video later. I better go. So I'll see you guys later. Ask questions and comment and give me advice if you want to. So, alright, bye.